In my previous video, I talked about productivity versus presenteeism. Presenteeism just kind of showing up and not really doing very much. And productivity, of course, is getting useful stuff done. It's the output, it's not the input. Now, productivity has 5 elements to it. Let me just run through these. This isn't a work or a professional context. And I'll finish by highlighting a few ways you work out what your values, your productivity is in your personal life. Okay, so the first thing you need to always focus on is what your output is, not what the input is. So what are you looking to achieve? What is the success measures in your job? And it doesn't matter how few hours you work. What matters is how much you get done or achieve. So for example, if you're an accountant and your success record is billable client hours, now you want to maximize that but minimize the number of hours you work outside of those things. So you strip down everything that doesn't contribute to client billable hours, right? The second thing is you need to make value or added value more visible. You see, if you work in a creative field, or you're not easily measured as a KPI, as a metric, you've got to make your contribution to the organization or to your team more visible. Simple way of doing that is the end of each week, write a simple 1-page summary of the main things you've achieved or worked on during that week, and share it with people. Or if they ask you, then you can then contribute that, and maybe everyone in the team does that. The third thing is always try and build in some form of measurable metrics or kind of output, something that you can measure, which isn't an input. It's not hours worked, it's output. So if you work in accounting, right? So it could be what you've done that week. It could be reducing the time it takes to onboard new accounts, new customers. It could be presentations or reports you've produced. And it doesn't matter how long those things work. You can automate, you can simplify, you can speed up, you can streamline, because the clever thing is what you put out, not what you put in, right? Sometimes the most successful people are sometimes kind of the laziest, because they're always looking for the quick, easy ways of achieving more. And that's not a bad thing, so long as you're not cutting corners and doing half-baked work, right? The fourth thing, by the way, I'm losing count now, is to eliminate lower priority activities. Just kind of begin little by little to cut them out. Internal meetings that don't contribute. Don't attend the whole meeting. Email, CC mail, the kind of things that you don't really get any credit for or don't focus on what you were hired to achieve. And then finally, most important way, I think, of improving your productivity is reduce your working hours. Start on time, you're supposed to start. Finish on the time you're supposed to finish. Take a proper lunch break. Take regular breaks every 90 minutes. A change of activity, a bit of fresh air for 5-10 minutes. The fact that you start and finish on time, regardless, no matter what, will force you to be more productive and not get distracted during your working day. Even if you work from home and you're your own boss, start on time, finish on the time you're supposed to finish, leaving work undone. Your brain will instantly recognize this is not good and make sure in the subsequent days you get more organized and more focused. So that's it. These are the 5. Output, not hours, value added made visible, measurable results and metrics, eliminate low priority tasks, and always just work the hours you're supposed to. That's it.